how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Going Medieval. Welcome to part 2 of our Let's Play here with the beautiful, wonderful, incredible settlement of Thatcham. Things are going pretty well, I like to think. I mean, we're only about 30 minutes or so into the game, so, you know, if things were going badly by this point, I would be a little concerned, but... you know, I'm not going to count my chickens before... I don't know what that means. Count your chickens before they hatch. I guess, you know, if you have a bad... you don't count the eggs because you might have a bad egg, right? I guess that's the idea. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because you might... not all of them might... I don't know. You know, it's only... it took me 27, nearly 28 years, but I finally actually get the meaning of that phrase. There you go. You learn something new every day. And it's usually when you least expect it. I bet you didn't think you'd be learning about that phrase in this video, but there you go. You're welcome. Anyway, we have some research to be doing because we kind of need to get agriculture. Now, we can go straight into wooden weaponry and we can go straight into getting ourselves a short bow. And a short bow would be lovely, but agriculture, I think, is going to be so much more important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that Cassandra is doing research. Now, Cassandra at the minute is also cutting plants, which is great, and I appreciate that you're doing that, Cassandra, but I would rather you were researching. So we'll have you come over here, we'll have you do that, or do whatever you're doing right now, which is eat, which is reasonable. That's fair enough, you know. Enjoying a little bit of food is, you know, I'm not going to complain. But when you get up in the morning, I kind of need some research to be done. I'm also thinking that we probably want to go ahead and hunt that bunny. Although my hunter lacks a ranged weapon. Okay, you know what? We'll go ahead and say, what's the shortcut for cancel is L. We'll go ahead and cancel that. Because my hunter lacked a ranged weapon, so I guess we're not going to be hunting anything until we can actually go ahead and craft a short bow. So getting that research done is definitely going to help us out a little bit. Although I'll tell you what also might help us out a little bit is actually going ahead and doing some new buildings. And I'm a little reluctant about this because I'm not sure I want to do this yet, but I'm gonna do this. So let's go ahead and say that we want to go there and there. Let's go 5 by... I'm going to say 5 by 4. And I'm going to do something like this. Right? So this is going to be some sleeping quarters. Now if I go ahead and do a nice wall across here, I can do a nice wall through here, 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 and here. We can go straight across like that. And we can put ourselves a door there. Wait, that's a window. Okay, so the windows are going to go there instead. That's fine. And then the doors are going to go there, there, and there. And what I want to do is I want to put a couple of windows in the back as well, just to make the place a little, you know, a little brighter. We'll give them a little bit of light in the room as well. So something like this can only be placed on a wall element or ground voxel. So there, there, and there as well. So that will give them some light. And in terms of other things, I mean, that gives a bit of warmth, that gives steady light. Do we want to build a little heat source in the rooms? I feel like that might not be a bad idea. Maybe just like a little thing kind of maybe like by the foot of the beds would be kind of nice. This might be a little excessive, but I'm going to do that anyway just to see if it cheers them up a little bit. Then in terms of entertainment, I mean... a backgammon table is a definite possibility. It's a little bit weird to, you know, just have kind of in the middle of the room, but I think we'll just do a bunch of backgammon tables as well. That way there's plenty of space for everybody to be, you know, entertained and nice and happy. And then what I can do is grab some fence, and I would kind of like to use stone for this, but I don't know. I have a little bit of stone. I have limestone anyway. I think we'll just use regular fences, and I can just do something like this. and block off that. Well, actually, you know what? Blocking off that little space, probably not the best idea. So we'll just leave it open. But that'll be fine. That'll be a little bit of a sleeping quarters for everybody, and I can go ahead and expand the stockpile room back a little bit at some point. And what I can also do is a roof right there, and that'll be fine. So that'll be pretty good. We'll get that done eventually. It's going to take a minute, but that's okay. In terms of research, we do have enough to get agriculture, which... Wait, apparently we don't have enough to get... Oh, for God's sake, Cassandra, what are you doing? I mean, I know you're building, but I also kind of need you to do research. Let's have you do research as well. Let's have all of you do research if you're not doing something else. That way they can hopefully get agriculture sooner than later. Because what I'm thinking is this space back here can be turned into crafting spaces. We're basically going to have like a little corridor going along here, but also down between, you know, this building and another building opposite. And that's where we can do a bunch of our crafting stuff. So that's where butchering can happen. That's where research can happen. That's where making new bows can happen as well. So that'll be good if/when that eventually happens. Allison's also not painfully slow at research, which is a bit of a bonus here, because if Allison was painfully slow at research, this would be a painfully slow process. But as it stands, Allison actually does have a bit of passion. So 2.5 times speed in terms of XP is something I'm not going to complain about. In fact, having a little bit of a look in here, where exactly is intellectual? So you're at 400 XP right now. What would that go to if/when you happen to complete your research is kind of what I'm wondering. So you're heading back out. You finish your research. That goes to 600. Okay. So it's not going to take you too long to level up to level 5. And then, you know, things will be good from there. Cassandra's also just got level 20 construction, which is actually kind of a big deal because that means that this should just get built really, really quickly. Which is kind of going to be excellent. So we can hopefully move everybody out of here sooner than later. We're also at 31 in terms of chronicles. Overall, we have 16 available. Now, furniture would be lovely. Getting people some proper beds would be great. But I think agriculture is kind of the big deal. So let's go ahead. Let's slow the game down. And let's go to fields here. So we have cabbages, which are going to take 17 days with a maximum yield in 5 days. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do a cabbage field, which is going to be 5 by 8. Let's do... Now, flax is going to give us linen cloth, which is a clothing fabric, a construction material, and good for textiles. I think that's going to be useful as well. So we'll do a 5 by 8. Then we have carrots. We have beets. We have barley, which is edible. It's an alcohol ingredient. It's a cooking material. What else have we got here? We have herbs, which are good for medicine. So I think that's going to be quite important as well. So we'll do that kind of layout. It would be nice to get some red currant shrubs as well, because the thing with those is that they are something we can harvest from multiple times, and that gives us those berries. Tall grass is going to give us hay. So we'll tell you what, let's do a line of red currant shrubs there, and let's do some tall grass right there. And that'll give us 5 decently sized fields. At least I think they're decently sized. And what I can do is bring this fence right out to there. I can bring this fence right out to there. I can bring it straight across. And I can put these corner pieces in. And that's going to give us a nice enclosed farm area, which I think will be great. We'll open up that little bit. And we'll open up that little bit as well, just for now. So a nicely enclosed farm. We'll see how that ends up going. It might take a little while for the whole thing to, you know, come together. But we'll see. I don't know. Who is our main farmer right now? Anyway, it's Uthred, who does have a very high level skill in it. So that shouldn't really be an issue. We can also get Cassandra working on it too. Now, why is the game telling me to build up my defenses? That's terrifying. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to feel about that. That's a little bit of a concern, you know? It's like, hey man, have you considered, you know, building your defenses? Might be something you want to look into, bud. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a good short bow. Hold on a minute. Allison, can you go and equip that? You absolutely can. Okay. Well, that's good news, because that means I can go ahead and say, go and hunt, right? That means I can go and say, kill that thing. Kill those guys. Kill those as well. So Allison at some point is probably going to head out and, yeah, go hunting. So let's take a little bit of a look and see how this goes. So what are you doing? You're enjoying... Okay, you've given up. You're going back to enjoy entertainment. All right. Well, fair enough. Oh. We have a new settler. Goldina didn't stop looking over her shoulder. But it was the bleeding whales around... Wait, the bleeding... Okay. Around Goldina's ankles that gave her away as a prisoner on the run. Would you conceal her? They may have been followed. You know what? Thatcham's inhabitants have decided to help her. How you doing, Goldina? It's good to see you. Let's manage you real quick and make sure that you can have all weapons, all shields, all headgear, apparel, and armor. And in terms of jobs, well, for one, you're bleeding, which is bad, so we're going to need to look after you. You're not bad at medicine. You are going to convalesce. Your hunting is terrible, so that's going to be low priority. Your construction's okay. You are very good at cooking, which I do appreciate. You're decent at mining, so we'll have you do that. You are pretty good at research. And then everything else, we can kind of just leave you to do whatever you really want to do, I guess. Construction, you're okay at, and then those can be priority one as well. Okay, so your wounds need tending to. You have a bruised arm and you have a bruised chest, but other than that, you are fine. We're gonna need another. Where's my base? There's my base. We're gonna need another bedroom. This is a problem. This is definitely a problem. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's keep the game running slow because we are gonna have enemies coming in to try and get Goldina back. So let's go. What is that? 5, what was it? 5 by 4? Yeah, 5 by 4. So we'll do another little bedroom here. Just like this. Okay, that doesn't seem right at all. That is not right at all. Let me cancel all of that. And then what we do is we start there. We go there. We want to bring that over to that spot. We want to get a nice 5 by 4 floor in there. And then put the walls around it and everything should be fine. So that'll be Goldina's bedroom, potentially. We'll do the window there. We'll do the door there. We'll do the windows in the back as we tend to do. We'll do a nice thatched roof on there as well. And then in terms of the interior, it's pretty much going to be the same layout. So a nice little hay sleeping spot. We can do this thing down in the corner. We can do the light on the middle wall just there. And then we have the, what do you call it? The backgammon table just right about there. So that should be fine. That'll be okay. Now, the thing is, we are going to end up getting attacked here. Most likely. It's, again, very similar to RimWorld. Someone shows up and there's going to be people coming after them. In fact, we can see enemies coming in 1 day and 11 hours. So hopefully Goldina is going to be back to their usual selves by the time that happens. Though they don't have any weapons, and I don't know if we have any weapons available to give to them. But I think we'll manage. We have Cassandra, you know, Allison, available to be an archer. So hopefully things will work out. Hopefully. It's a very big hopefully. I'm also not sure that we have enough food resources available for everything right now. So let's go ahead and do a bit of a gather from everything that we possibly can. We'll go ahead and gather those berries there. We'll go ahead and gather some mushrooms out there. And let's see, what else can we gather from around here? We got some mushrooms there, I think. We do. What else? Do we have any berries anywhere? We have some right there, which is lovely. We have none there. I think that should be okay, though. I think what we've, set to gather from now should be more than enough. Now, Goldina is still continuing to rest. Your bruised arm. Oh, now you're just sleeping. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's kind of all right. Not really the end of the world. You'll hopefully be up in the morning and able to go and, do things, which is kind of what we need. So we'll get you out doing that once everybody wakes up. But I think what I'm also going to do is I actually am going to go in and I am going to set up another build order because I want a nice wall across there. And I want a nice wall across there. And this is going to be our sort of crafting shed, essentially. So we can do a door at the side there. And in terms of windows, we'll go for there. We'll go for there. And that'll be fine. We could do another one in the middle if we really wanted to, but I'll just do a couple at the back instead. And maybe on the sides, something like that, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. And then a nice wooden floor. So a nice wooden floor there. And basically everything's just going to be rebuilt, I think. Well, not everything. No, what I just... Oh, I don't want to do that. Hold on a minute. Cancel you. Let me go and say that I want a butchering table. And the butchering table can go... I'm thinking right about there is fine. I'm thinking a basic research table can kind of go next to it. And eventually we can get another crafting thing in there. But that's a fine little start. We can do a light just there and a light just there. We can do some on that side as well. And that should be more than enough. And yeah, that'll kind of work out, I think. So that'll just move crafting into that space. This is still going to be a stockpile and eating space, but that's okay. That'll kind of work out, I think. It's a lot of construction to do. It is definitely a lot of construction to do, but I'm thinking we'll be fine. I also can't do that, annoyingly. So that's a bit of a problem. I'll tell you what. Let me see this rooftop. Let me cancel that bit. And let me put you back in there. Grab this thatched roof. And then do that. Now that doesn't look very good. That does not look very good. Can I cancel sort of that entire just section of roof right there? Because that would be kind of nice. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to cancel those sections of wall as well, but that's fine. We can go ahead and just put that wall back in there. And then the door was on the left side, so the door's there with the window there. And in terms of a roof, I mean, I'm gonna need some beams, I think. I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna work. So let's see, if I do... I can do it at one big angle, but I don't really want to. Wooden beam. I can do a wooden beam there and a wooden beam there. Is that going to be enough support, though, is the question. Hold on a minute. If I cancel you and I cancel you, and I go wooden beam there and there. Now I do this, right? So we bring this guy over to there. That works. This guy, on the other hand, does not. Interesting. Well, I mean... No, I could do... Okay, hold on a minute. I can do a wooden beam there, there, and that looks dumb. But I can sort of do that, right? I can cancel that one. Does that mean I can now do my thatched roof the way I'd kind of want to do it? Like that? No, it doesn't. Oh man, why? That would be so cool. A roof needs 2 or more points to rest upon in order to be placed. So that would mean that I need a beam there as well. So let me guess. That's now going to work, isn't it? No. Because oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Because the thing is, I can do like this little weird bit, right? I can do that. But that looks... Well, it looks kind of dumb. I think we'll allow it. I think it's fine. I think what we'll just do is we'll just cancel these beams and forget about it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. This one looks dumb, but the rest of it's fine. Wait, no, I needed that one. Okay, this whole mess has been figured out now, which is fantastic news. What I've decided to do is go ahead and put a pillar in the middle with some more beams. And the roof on this main section is now 2 separate pieces of roof because it turns out that the half roof piece is slightly higher than just doing it like this. So now everything lines up nicely. The angles are all the same and it looks fine. It was completely unnecessary to do that, but it looks fine. And that's okay. Now we do have enemies on the way in 12 hours, which is certainly something to be a little bit concerned about. But the good news is that we have Goldina here doing Goldina's thing. We've got a little bit of research going on. I'm also wondering how the hell I've managed to open. So these are different room. Oh, so the colors are the room types, and this is how you can actually, you know, specify what a room has. So a kitchen needs a stove, shelves, and a butchering table. Interesting. Can't have other workstations, shrines, or beds. I don't know how I've managed to open that, though. Oh, it's this. Oh. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so we're actually going to have to build dedicated rooms then. So a kitchen is that. A workshop is whatever. A library. A church. That's kind of cool. Oak Brethren Temple. A bedroom needs... So it cannot have shrines... It can't have a backgammon table. So we need to take the backgammon tables out of those bedrooms. Is what that tells me. So can I can only deconstruct them, unfortunately. But that's fine. That's a thing that we're going to have to do because that turns those into actual bedrooms. And then this mess over here has all these bloody beams in the way, but that's the way that's going to have to be. But yeah, it does at least turn these into actual bedrooms, which is good news. I think that's probably going to be beneficial to us. And the rooms themselves, I mean, 25 degrees that's pretty warm, but you know, it's not so bad. It'll keep them nice and comfortable from the 9.1 outside. Also, enemies are imminent. Let's see here. Violent extortionists. The swarthy jailers wanted your villager, Goldina, and they wanted them now. They had to pay for their crimes, or your whole village would pay. You know what? Let's see here. Enemies have arrived and will attack your settlement. There'll be 2 forest bandits and 1 forest bandit archer. Your settlers will get a positive... Oh, we are going to be outnumbered. Alright. This will be interesting. We are... Oh, boy. We are slightly outnumbered, which is a bit of a worry, but that's fine. Let's grab everybody. Let's draft them, except for Goldina, because you don't have a weapon right now. Grab you 3 and move you out there. I don't know if we're being attacked immediately or not. I don't think we are, which is good. Now, let's move. Enemies have started their attack. All right. So they're coming in that way. Can I... Let's move to here. Let's see. So they are a little bit spread out. So here's my thinking. Let's prioritize this guy, Gerard, and let's see if we can take him down. I don't know if we hit him or not. I think we might have missed. But so far so good. He's doing pretty bad for himself. Let's just focus on him. He's done. Now you are gonna be next. We're missing you, which is bad. Oh, Othrid is doing pretty bad for himself. Let's move you back a little bit. Othrid is hurt pretty bad. Cassandra's doing okay. Though Cassandra keeps missing. You can actually move back further because you were starting to get shot at. In fact, let's have you just run away. Oh, okay. So the ordeal lasted for 2 hours, 40 minutes. 2 of them died. Uthred took the most damage. The other one's fleeing, I think. Now, can I deal with this one? I don't really want you getting away. Ideally, you wouldn't, but I think you're gonna. Yeah, you are. All right, let's grab you two, get you off the draft. How do I, what is the hotkey for drafting in this? It's T. All right. So you're no longer drafted. You're deed. And we want to allow all of their things. Now, we're going to have to do something with those bodies at some point, but for right now, that's okay. Uthred is hungry. Are you... Let's see. So you're... Yeah, you could be doing better. I kind of need you to, I kind of need you to rest there, bud. You're bleeding everywhere. There you go. So now we kind of need someone to deal with you. Who is our doctor? Allison. Okay. Allison, I kind of need you to go and tend to his wounds if you wouldn't mind. And then as for the bodies, I mean... Do we want graves? I'm pretty sure that's a thing, isn't it? Unmarked graves, yeah. Or we can burn the bodies. I feel like graves are probably the better thing to do here. So we'll just do 2 of them down there for now. We'll get those built eventually. And then in terms of Uthred, I mean, your wounds have been tended to, so you'll be fine eventually. That could have been worse, honestly. That could have been a lot worse. I'm actually kind of pleased that it wasn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely pleased that it wasn't a lot worse. I thought it was gonna be rough there for Uthred for a second, but he's doing all right. It would have been particularly rough, especially because Uthred is the main farmer. So that could have been really, really bad for us. Now, Allison, can I get you to bury that body, please? If you wouldn't mind. Just so we don't have a dead body laying out in the middle of nowhere, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be bad for everyone's mood, isn't it? Somewhere in here, we'll find your mood there. Yeah, so you've seen a dead body a few times, and you're not very thrilled about it. Let's get you to move that one as well. So let me see. You were victorious, which you're happy about. You've got your initial optimism, which is great. That goes away in a day, though. Slept in an uncomfortable bed you're not thrilled about. You're very thirsty. A pint would really hit the spot. You're moderately tired. And you're deprived of religious activities. So yeah, we're going to need to... we're going to need to look into religious stuff as well. But given a little bit of time, I think we'll be all right. We can build a shrine in its own dedicated building. We'll have dedicated bedrooms. We'll have dedicated workshops. We'll get a dedicated kitchen. This is just, you know, this is just a start. That's all. It's fine. I was a little worried about the fight, and I'm a little worried about Allison. But Allison's gone to bed, so I think we'll be all right. And then in terms of other things, I mean, food preservation would be great. Brewing is something I think will cheer them up a fair bit. But I think what we're going to have to do... is... Weaponry. Weaponry is kind of a big deal. It is a big deal. But I think getting them a proper... proper beds and chairs is going to be something that we're going to need to do for their mood, you know? They're definitely not as happy as I'd like them to be. So if we could improve that and make them, you know, happier and as happy as I would like them to be, then I'm definitely thinking that's something I'm going to have to do.